Hello, y'all. This is T Fields here from Geek.com. I'm here with the legendary Raychul Moore.
Hi, guys.
How you doing? So, Raychul, tell everybody, what do you do in the game industry?
I'm a video game journalist freelance. So I've been freelancing for, I think it's almost 7 years now.
Okay.
Got my start with GamePro, and then I've worked with like Machinima, EGM, Game Zone, Gamer Access, just a whole bunch of different people.
Perfect. So, what got you into gaming, though?
I've been gaming since I was 5.
Since you were 5, sound like me. Since I was 8, I actually got a little picture when I'm like 8 years old with a Sega Genesis when I was first. It's a long story, but so
I've been gaming ever since that.
that's awesome. So, quick question: do you like cheese or bacon?
I'm more of a cheese girl. I'm not a vegetarian or anything,
Okay.
but cheese over bacon.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's nice. So tell us about some of your duties and research that you do for gaming. What are some of the things you get into?
I do a lot of game reviews. I do a lot of game news shows. I do game convention coverage. Like, I go and interview developers and artists and stuff like that.
Okay. What are some of the developers that you love that you had a good interview with?
Warren Spector was awesome.
Nice.
Because I'm a huge Disney fan, and so it was when Epic Mickey was coming out, and we just got to like geek out about Disney because he's obviously a big Disney fan too.
Mm-hmm.
That was ridiculous. Stig over there at does the God of War was awesome. It was for, I think it was God of War 3 when it was coming out, and I talked to him about the intro. It felt very much like the intro to a Bond film.
Yes.
And he was quite impressed that I noticed that.
Right. All you were missing was a martini. That's all was missing.
Yeah, exactly.
So are you big on indie gaming or mainstream gaming?
I hate calling it mainstream gaming because I'm so against mainstream gaming, but I do play mostly, I guess, mainstream games. But not mainstream like Call of Duty, but like, I play the Mass Effect, God of War, Uncharted. I play all of those. But I do love indie games. There's just so many of them that I don't know. It's kind of like going into the Apple App Store. There's so many games, you don't know which ones are the good ones.
Yes, that is true. So I see you're a Mass Effect player.
Yes.
So what do you play? Are you Soldier or Bionic?
Soldier. Always. Every RPG, I am the soldier.
Really? So you like to go in there with tank style?
Yep. Like in Borderlands, I was the Gunzerker my first time. Now I'm playing through as the Necromancer. I'm always the run and gun character. I like to run into the fight, just guns blazing.
Awesome. So what's your personal selection of game of the year then?
It was a tie between Borderlands 2 and Dishonored. I adored Dishonored, especially since it was the first in its series. I love it when a developer comes out with a new game and not just constantly sequels. It was a tie-up between those two.
Yeah, Dishonored seems like it was kind of like a sleeper hit.
Yeah, I loved it. I adored everything about it.
So another question too. So when it comes to gaming, do you consider yourself a big on trophies and achievements, or you just play for the game?
I'm an achievement whore. Absolutely. 100%. I'm not so much into multiplayer, though. I am much more of a campaign player.
Okay.
Oh, man, those achievements, they get me every time.
Nice. So one thing we got to ask, we all know you're big into cosplay. You got some great cosplay stuff. What are you working on right now?
I actually just went on my site and posted a poll because I have so many costumes I want to do this year. I don't know what to do. I want to do Raychul from Ninja Gaiden. I want to do Kasumi from Dead or Alive. Nice. A female Dante from Devil May Cry. I want to do a female Han Solo. Tiny Tina. I want to upgrade my Kratos costume. I want to do Cammy's alternate costume. There's just so many I want to do. So I went on Twitter and my website and asked everybody what was their pick if they had to pick their top 3. And right now it looks like Kasumi is winning the race.
Really? Which Kasumi though?
I want to do her white and pink outfit.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what is your favorite cosplayer then? What do you like to cosplay as? Like your favorite?
My personal favorite I've done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Kratos, because I'm the biggest God of War fan, and just getting to run around with my Blades of Chaos and like Kratos at people was amazing. I loved Nathan Drake because I liked running around and climbing things.
Yes. That was very good, Nathan Drake, by the way.
Thank you. Good. I want to do Uncharted 3 version as well, with the little scarf and the bandolier. I want to do, there's just so many things I want to do.
So do you like doing the alternative male-female cosplay?
I do because I like when I do the male characters, I get to kind of make it more of my own, and I get to be more creative with it. Like,
Right.
you can take a cosplay or a picture of a female character and just emulate that. But where's the fun and challenge in that? So I like to find a male character like Kratos,
Right.
and then have to decide what are his key features that make him Kratos to make sure I keep those in there, but then bring a more of a female twist to it.
That makes perfectly good sense. Yeah, because I say the Kratos that you did was like, wow, legendary.
Thank you. I want to add the golden fleece. I want to like upgrade him.
With all the different weapons and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. That'd be freaking awesome. So what upcoming shows you have coming up right now?
I do every Friday. I do Week in Geek, which is a live video game news show.
Okay.
Just talk about. I have a co-host, Blake, and we just talk about the latest news, give our own opinions, and then we talk with the watchers, viewers. And then every Wednesday, I do a live chat, and I usually live stream games. But since I'm at my parents' house, there's no consoles here. I can't live stream. And
I'm sorry.
and then I have a few other things in the works because it's about time I'm finally moving myself down to LA. And I have a few things in the works there. So
nice. So do you consider like LA like the central dome for gaming for like you're going to be in the gaming industry?
And it depends on what side. If you want to get into video, like I prefer the video side, then you want to be in LA. But editorial, if you want to just write about games, which is where I started, that's in San Francisco.
Gotcha. So did you originally start with GamePro? Was that your first job?
Yes. Yep.
Nice.
They were awesome.
Yeah, I do miss GamePro.
I know, me too.
This GamePro was a good time, definitely.
Yes.
So do you keep up with any current comic books or anything?
Of course, I'm still keeping up with The Walking Dead.
Yes.
And a few of my other favorites. I'm not up to date with a lot of the newer ones.
Okay.
Comic books or graphic novels, however you say it. But my favorites are, of course, Walking Dead, The Watchmen, and Why the Last Man are my top threes.
Really? Why the Last Man? That was a great comic.
Oh, I know. Absolutely amazing.
Interesting. So let's say for somebody who wants to get into cosplay, what's the best way to go about it?
For me, the most important thing of cosplay, is you've got to be a fan of what you're representing.
Yeah.
There's a difference between cosplay and costumers. Costumers are usually paid to represent a character or paid to wear a costume. Cosplayers are the ones that are putting their blood and their tears and their wallet money into their costume to represent a game, a comic, or a movie, or a character that they personally feel a connection to.
Okay.
And so you've got to have that passion, because if you don't have that passion, then I don't see what the point would be. For me personally, I would never do a costume of a character I didn't like.
Interesting. So all the characters that you pick, you're some of the characters that you hold dear.
Yes, those are like Cammy was still is my always go-to girl in Street Fighter every time. So when I got into cosplay, she was one of my first characters, because if I was dressing up like a character, it was going to be my go-to girl. And same with all the other games. I'm just a fan of their games and what they represent, and I want to do my best to practically like pay homage to something I love.
Nice. So another question is, does cosplay, do you guys have a nice big community that you guys get together at all at each show, or?
Yeah, there are definitely cosplay group of people, not only just girls. I was going to say girls, but there's a lot of guy cosplayers now. And it is kind of like a small little family. We all know each other or know of each other, or we know friends of each other's.
So who's your closest cosplay friend in the industry?
I'd probably, that's always changing. But the girl who I've been around the most and who got me into cosplay is Becky, or she goes by Actress.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the one that pushed me into it. Because at first, when I started cosplaying, it wasn't cool. It was like, we're going to dress up like in costumes. It's not Halloween. This is weird. She talked me into it. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Been doing it ever since. And we still do cosplay groups together. So she's probably my best.
Awesome. Now, another question I got to ask is that, do you feel that when it comes to gaming or geek girls are kind of put under a lot of pressure in the industry? I
do, but I think that's good. It weeds out the girls that are there for the right reasons and the girls that are there for the wrong reasons. Mm-hmm. So I like that pressure. I like having to prove that I actually like games and I know what I'm talking about.
So every day, it's like a challenge. You got to prove. So who is this character? Who's this person? Or who this? You have to constantly do that. Wow.
Not so much anymore. When I first was getting into it, it was constant. And YouTube, it's still pretty rough because, you know, the YouTube audience, they are some awful people. But there's also some amazing people on YouTube. And yeah, sometimes on YouTube I still have to, like, if I say one small thing wrong, like, what was it I was reviewing? I reviewed Dante's Inferno, and I said you were absorbing souls, but it was actually like absolving.
Right.
And I just got people hated me for it. I was like, I got one word wrong. I'm sorry, but it's okay.
It's that online elitism that's just like, no, actually, it was this.
I know. I understand if I got a character wrong.
Right.
If I was calling like Connor Ezio, okay, fine, then you can give me crap.
Yeah.
But really, absolve and absorb, not that big of a deal.
So what was one of your favorite games that you actually enjoyed reviewing? Like the best game that you just fell in love with before the review?
So many. There's so many awesome games. I guess a game that I wasn't expecting anything from, and then I went to review it and loved it, was Spec Ops: The Line. Yes. Such a fantastic game. I am over these army and military shooters, so over it. And I had friends and a lot of Twitter followers like, trust us, you've got to play it. And I was like, fine, I'll play this stupid game, and loved it. Loved it.
Was it one of those games like you still wanted to hate it at the end of the day, but then you're just like, okay, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, I even went on my first time playing it, I live streamed it. I was like, okay, I'm going to live stream it for you guys, and then if I hate it, I can yell at you at the time and be like, no, this game sucks. What were you talking about? And I played straight through. I could not stop. Loved it.
Awesome. So another question. If you can voice actress any character in a video game, who would it be?
Princess Peach would be fun, but if I wanted to be any female character, it would be Elena, because then I'd get to be with Nathan Drake.
Nice. So, last question. Actually, two more questions. So, what are you gaming on right now?
Let's see. Well, when I get home, because I've been out of town since November 30th, so I totally missed the launch of Far Cry 3, which I'm really excited about. I still need to finish Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3 isn't grabbing me like I wanted it to. Yeah, I'm kind of forcing myself through it, but it's weird. It's like I have fun with Assassin's Creed 3, but I couldn't tell you why. But I gotta finish that. And then I just bought the Humble Bundle today. I think it's Humble Bundle 7. Gotta play those games. And if all goes right this Christmas, I'll be getting a new gaming PC, laptop, and Guild Wars 2.
Nice. So. Guild Wars 2 was amazing. Did you play the first Guild Wars?
I did. And I've been hearing only amazing things about the second one. So I asked for the Razer Blade gaming laptop for Christmas.
Nice.
Please, Santa.
What type of character did you play as in the first Guild Wars? Were you Mesmer Knight?
Oh my God, I haven't played that in so long. Whatever. If any RPG, whatever character is just a strong, like, tank type character, that's going to be me. I'm not much into the spells. I want to dual wield. I want big swords, and I just want to go hacking stuff up.
That's awesome. I'm like the exact opposite. I'm going to sit back and throw some energy stuff at you. That's all. So, last question. So, tell our fans where you're going to be at next and how they can reach you.
I am always on Twitter. More time. I'm more on Twitter than I probably should be. It might be a small addiction. But you could always reach me on Twitter, which is @the_Raychul. My YouTube, I'm a huge YouTuber, so I do a lot of reviews and shows and stuff on there, and that's Raychul Moore. And then just Raychul.com.
Nice. And what shows are you going to be at next year for conventions and trade shows?
Oh, yes. I'll be at CES in January. Nice. GDC in, I think that's February or March. Then WonderCon. Then E3, then San Diego Comic-Con, and most likely PAX Prime. Out of the ones I know for sure I'll be out. Okay. And if someone comes up and says hi to me, I give them free hugs.
Oh, look at that. Free hugs.
Yeah.
Give not free hugs at all.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Rachel, for coming do an interview with us here at ThugDisney.com. We greatly appreciate it. And keep up the good work. Our Super Vixen Sunday, they definitely love you for your cosplay big time, so keep it up.
Oh, I love them too.
Thank you. You have a good night.
Thank you, you too.